Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Twilight Survivors, a bullet heaven that is ostensibly, at least borrowing heavily from like the Genshin Impact visual style and aesthetic. And you know what? I actually kind of love it. So we're just gonna dive in and see how this goes. So, quaking earth, blighted grasslands exude a sinister atmosphere, once peaceful surroundings shattered by savage beasts and malevolent predators with bulging eyes that lie in wait for travelers to step into the verdant mire. Alright, let's get rolling on this. So I did a little bit of a run beforehand. Alright, there we go. So, unlike a lot of other bullet heavens, I mean, one, it's got pretty solid visual style right from the get-go. Again, probably had something to borrow from kind of heavily. So what do we have? Water spout randomly beneath a randomly selected enemy, deal damage, send it flying, causes small AoE when it lands on the ground. Sure, let's grab Fountain. Let's see how that goes. Unfortunately, the enemies are kind of basic at the moment. There's not much for me to deal with. All damage, crit damage, or bonus defense. Let's just go for the bonus damage and just see what I can get. Because unfortunately, so part of what convinced me to play this one, apart from the fact that it's hilariously inexpensive, I think it's only like $3, is the fact that you can actually swap characters. So extra damage, projectile count, or cooldown reduces... this reduces the cooldown. Let's go for the mode shift. So yeah, now we do a burst shot, though that might just be my basic attack more than anything else. Oh no, it does actually give me... Does it? Or no, maybe I always had two projectiles when I was in the turret mode. But yeah, the fact that this guy turns into a turret is just super unique. I haven't seen that before, and I think that's actually kind of cool. Weapon upgrade combos, environmental effects. Yeah, there's stuff to play around with here. It does feel like enemies spawn more often if you're killing them quickly. So there might be kind of like an on-screen quota. Dash distance, dash count. I don't actually know if that does anything. Like, that might actually be completely useless on this guy. We'll have to figure it out. This is a lot more enemies than I thought there was going to be, though. So let's, probably just go for the spatial ring. My goal at the moment is just to run around, grab everything, and hello. Sure. Let's see. Holy light orb that emits rotating beams in random directions. Sure, I'll grab that. Oh. I'm a disco robot. Sure, I'll take that. I don't know what I just picked up. Oh, so we have a certain amount of actives and passives. So it is very Vampire Survivors. Revive limit? Nah. Let's see. Air blast. Let's re-roll. See what we got. I guess I'll just do Power Stone. Let's just go into fight mode. And it's definitely the kind of game that you specifically want to have auto aim on. Some other bullet heavens, you want to kind of manage it by specifically choosing where you're going, because the horde is so dense, you want to kind of clear a path. This one is just like, no, you're just trying to slay as many things as you possibly can in one go. This is actually quite a lot of enemies, which is a bit of a concern. I did say it was maybe a little bit on the basic side, but I think I just had to wait. Let's see. Do we want to do stopwatch effect area? What do we have? No, let's go for the effect area. Okay. Yeah, dash distance, which is... near as far as I can tell, completely worthless to me. Okay, Fountain, extra damage, I'll take it. Unfortunately, I think a lot of the abilities are just linear and linearly scaling. Ooh, we get a lot of the fountains now, which is nice. And we're gonna do what I usually do and take those sound effects down. I don't know, there's just something about constant gun noises that doesn't appeal to me. Or just like constant noises. I know. It's just a me thing, probably. So what do we want to do? All damage interval. Oh, that's probably for status effects. Let's see. Piercing directional AoE. Sure, I'll go for that. Okay, I think we got a boss coming in. Let's see, fountain, count? Sure. I can burn through this guy. Nope. Keep the distance. I want to cook this guy if I can. Oh, did he just show up on... He probably did. Okay, let's see. Do we want to just grab... Oh, no, we can actually have quite a lot of these. What's this over here? I have no idea. What happened? What happened? Oh. Okay, so I guess we either get a pet or we get a passive. I guess I'll take it. I mean, why not, right? What else was I going to do? Yeah, so there's just this boar thing that comes through. So I guess I can't just stand still anymore. I do like the fountain ability, the fact that it tosses them in the air, and upon landing they do a damage over time effect, or not damage over time in AoE. I think that's actually pretty clever. Damage reflection, all damage, boomerang dagger. Considering I'm going for AoE bonuses, which I'm not actually sure if that's really what I want to aim for. Let's see. Yeah, seeing as I'm currently aiming at least lightly for area of effect attacks, it seems halfway reasonable. Okay, moving. Oh, deployed, increasing my damage by 50%. Cool. It seems like a good idea for me to mostly focus on AoE if I can. Not actually sure how practical it is, considering this character seems to be clearly based around the idea of high-range projectiles firing out fairly constantly. But whatever. Okay, all cooldowns reduced. I think I might actually want to pick that up. I mean, we're just trying to figure out whatever we... try everything, see if any of these give me a evolution. I haven't seen the disco things go by. Let's see, protectors, shields. I don't know why I'm investing into the dash. I guess if I can complete it, it gets it out of the pool. So I'll just plonk myself down and hang out in just the disco zone. I don't actually know how much danger I'm currently in. Like, there's a lot of enemies, but I still seem to be managing them pretty well. Okay. Fireballs at the nearest enemy? Sure. Unfortunately, it's targeted projectile. Oh, gosh. Okay, these block guys are actually a little bit more numerous than I thought. Let's see if they possibly can threaten me, because it might be one of those that we just hang out. And if I take some damage, so be it. Part of my logic on this is mostly that this run ain't that good. I want to take a look at something. Controls. Dashes space. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure going for any kind of dash upgrade on this guy is completely useless to me. Almost kind of wish it wasn't in the pool. Let's see. So extra damage on the holy loop? Yeah. I mean, considering I just seem to have endless disco lasers, I'm absolutely just going to use that. Okay, more damage on the fountain. Yeah. Eventually I will be wrecked here, but currently I seem to be doing fine just staying in super aggro mode. Let's see. Reduce the fireball cooldown. At some point we're going to get a boss in here. There they are. Oh, they actually have attacks. Okay, mode shift, damage count, and deployed bonus count. I think we probably still want to wait until after the boss is down. Ow, that hurt. Not that bad, though. Okay, reduce cooldowns? Yeah. Unfortunately, the boss doesn't burn that fast. It burns reasonably fast. And do we get a pet this time around? Actually, I get a lot of things. What? Oh. Okay, so Whale's Devour creates a huge water spout beneath an enemy's Randomly selected enemy to deal damage, send it flying, and cause large AoE when it lands on the ground, and then everything else gets a nice boost. So because of that, nope, that's not it. Is it Q? Yes. So stopwatch combines. So we actually get to see a couple of these, though. I don't know which ones I have. So if I go back to this, no, that's a slash. Okay. Ah, the ring. Do I have the ring? I don't recognize any of the other ones. Okay, we do have the ring. So we're going to want to try and max those out. And it looks like we don't have to have the stopwatch at max. Let's see. I guess let's just go back into anger mode, considering that it reduces my cooldowns and lets me just rip. Boy, that water AoE is massive. I hate to say it. Like, this actually does kind of suck for me to say a little bit. I think I like bullet heavens that are in 3D better than 2D. I know it's somewhat of a personal preference thing, but it feels like there's a better feeling of, well, dimensionality. Ooh, that's really good. There's a better feeling of dimensionality. And then the other kind of factor mostly is just that the special effects look so much more impressive. It's the same thing with Soulstone Survivors as well. Okay, Holy Loop? Sure. I don't think we know what Holy Loop needs, though. No, I haven't seen it go by, so maybe we have to unlock its paired effect. What does the Fireball need? We don't know that either. Yeah, so I'm only going to be able to get, like, 2 evolutions over the course of this one, but that's fine, maybe. Okay, let's go for longsword. No, let's keep going for magical stopwatch. The extra damage, you know, that extra damage is actually pretty good. Yeah, best possible thing I can do in the moment is just hang out here and hope for the best. There is no way I'm escaping from this horde. Maybe. Grab this. What are you? Yeah, I don't think I can hit him. Even if I wanted to. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out here. Yeah, I was hoping while running I'd be able to just boost my count. Yeah, I think I'm just getting wrecked. Okay, so we're going into the sound effects, and we are turning off the character voice because I do not want to hear that. Okay, more fireballs? Sure. Yeah, this game has a pretty extensive meta progression system. And, yeah, it kind of shows that I'm going to need it if I want to survive here. At least we can kind of just power through, sort of. At least at the moment, but it is not going well for me. What I'm hoping I can do before... Oh, well, that's bad for my health. Okay, there's the boar again. And then there's a dude. Oh, bomb. Well, that helped. Very temporarily. I was hoping I could evolve my primary weapon, at least before this run ends. Okay, let's just hang out here for a hot second. Stay away from that. Okay, air blast extra damage. Sure. Ow. Oh, that didn't hit me. Weird. Maybe I was far enough away. Yeah, unfortunately, unlike some other games like, say, 20 minutes till dawn. Ooh, machine of war. Shoots flames. Deployed. Shoots penetrative lasers. Oh, you know what? They probably only show up from chests, of course. No, it's still cards. I was hoping I'd get a minion. Chain fireball. Continuously launches fireballs at the nearest enemy. Sick. Okay, so it's telling me about the combination weapons. Crystal? Huh. I have the crystal? Oh, it is. Yeah, I do. All right, well, let's just kind of hang out here. So we've got the penetrating lasers. This all of a sudden got very silly. I still don't think we're going to win, but we're in a much... Where are the rockets coming from? We're in a much better state than we were at previously. Okay, let's just grab a little bit of everything. I thought this was going to be one of those where I need the meta progression to actually have a chance at beating even the most basic of runs, but it looks like maybe that's... I mean, I think it is partly the case, but it also does seem like, hey, you got to get those evolutions. They really do make a huge difference. And yeah, let's keep going longsword. And now that we actually have a couple of recipes revealed, I can specifically check, like, hey, which of these work for evolutions? Because I think only like a fraction of these are properly paired. Now that shouldn't be the last boss. That should be another boss. Yeah, it's this guy. Okay. Gotta watch out for the boss. Stay away from those AoEs. Well, he melted. Oh, space twice to skip, and we get a small amount of coins. Sure. And we don't need a healing flask. We're just here to make as much as we can so we can get as much meta progression as possible for the next run. Wow, we're actually doing shockingly well. Weird. I'm so used to these giving me just like a bad hand. And just saying like, no, you're really meant to lose your first 5 or 6 runs. And it's kind of refreshing to not. But then again, there's higher tiers later on. Okay, don't be there. Okay. I probably should have gone for the healing flask in retrospect. Unfortunately, my disco lasers don't hurt him. And I'm very slow. We do have a healing potion up here, but yeah, there's no more enemies. There we go. I think I can actually just kite him. We'll see. Oh no, there's a couple of enemies. Ow, 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 ow. Unfortunately, this character's ability to transform is functionally meaningless here. Oh, did he split into smaller parts? No, he just got smaller. Well, I guess he did split into smaller parts, but also got smaller. I might win this. But yeah, I'll have to try some of the other characters. Having a dash here, I think, would actually come in handy. Okay, so he's pretty cooked. Oh, he's looking bad. Let's just melt him. Oh, nope. Bad place to stand. Yeah, we got it. Return to camp. So we get some achievements. So testing the waters, approaching excellence, super weapon, novice, hellfire. Ah, chain fireball. Dead easy. Lush green carpet. And world eater. Neat. Didn't do too great though, but whatever, it's fine. So we can also see stuff in our archives. We have a map. Oh. Keep track of the places you've traveled and your present location so you'll never lose your way again. Oh, so we can actually see what's in the area. So there might actually be places to find. Okay, so we found a bunch of things. Achievements. Oh. Okay, so we actually have a number of these to collect. So I think we just get a bunch of money, nothing more. Check the archives. Slimes. Yeah, it's lore. I don't think I care too deeply. So let's try somebody else. Do we want to be Dory Dory? I think so. Oh, melee high defense, enhanced damage reflection. Cursed Knight, its background is a mystery. So has valor and skill in battle. Generates a protective barrier and shield. Shield absorbs damage. During the protective barrier, extra defense. Inflicts damage on enemies touching the protective barrier. Huh. Also reflect damage received. So that's actually kind of useful. And it looks like they do have some regen. There's also a ninja dog and a classic fox girl with a big hammer. Yeah, I think I'm going to be Dory Dory. All right. Let's see. Wait, let's go back. There's a talent tree. So I'll at least get like the first one or two. I think we want to grab some, node completion inactive. Inactive. Let's see, what else do we have? Protective barrier equal to a quarter of the character's max HP when dashing. That's useful. And I guess we got to explore more. Sure, I might as well grab a bunch of these. What do we have? A little bit more regen? Sure. Extra damage reflection? Hell yeah. Reduce damage taken? Yup. What else? Crit chance, area of effect, or max HP. I think I'm just going to go for the area of effect. Oh, these are upgradable. Shoot. That is really helpful to note. Yeah, that some of these have higher tiers. Let's go for this. We'll leave the damage reduction for later. Alright, and let's see how Dory Dory goes. So, refugee site. As the Blight relentlessly casts a pall on the land to force numerous tribes away from their homes, many refugees have arrived here from distant lands. From hope to despair, the drifters' consciousnesses slowly merge with the dark curse, turning them into mindless creatures that will go after any ray of light. Creepy? We also have the Dragon Roar Snow Peaks, Divine Desert, and Land of Erosion. Neat. We're probably going to get wrecked here, but you never know. Maybe not actually. Oh my god, this character's amazing. They don't even walk, they just roll. Okay, golden glow around you to damage and slow enemies. Ooh, golden radiance. Yes. Okay, spiky shell. Also yes. I think the protective shield might not be a bad idea. Now, I gotta look at these. I don't know what these spikes are, that might be something to keep in mind, but we want to grab this barricade looking thing. I feel like steel armor is probably the combination for at least a handful of these. Okay. I'm gonna banish Boomerang Dagger. Okay, we got 5. Do we want to grab the steel armor? In hopes that it's got what I'm looking for. Maybe. I can't check things from here. So... oh, you can see what it combos with at the bottom. I'm gonna grab the steel shell. It just feels like defense is appropriate for what I'm trying to do here. Okay, let's just mulch these couple of guys. Golden Radiance, Giant Cannon. Funny, but no. Let's see, Air Blast, Coin Pouch. Let's just go for the pickup ring. Unfortunately, I think the pickup ring specifically pairs with... yeah, the gun, which we don't have. I'll grab Holy Loop. I wonder if some of these just aren't available. No, we definitely found a couple that weren't discovered previously. Let's see, Poisonous Blade, Coin Pouch. Shoot. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I have too much of a choice in some of this regard. Hopefully, eventually, we get more rerolls and banishes, so I don't have to worry about this as much. Giant cannon? Alright, it's not what I was banking on. But I'm not going to complain about it. It's certainly visually impressive. There. Cheval de Frise. Damage reflection. So at least we get one evolution here. What is this? A torch. Doesn't look like I can do anything with it, though. Let's see. Alchemy powder, magical stopwatch, longsword. We haven't tried longsword yet, though I don't think it pairs with what I currently have. Yeah, so I might be out of luck, but you never know. Like, we seem to be doing reasonably well. Mostly we just don't take damage, which is good. Let's see. Pickup radius? Yeah. And who knows? No, there's almost no chance of... Oh, do we want to grab the protective shield as our last one? Yeah. Hopefully one of these combos together in some meaningful fashion. You kind of have to just guess with these and hope for the best. Yeah, in retrospect, the ninja dash would have actually been maybe good, considering I get extra defense. Do you want to do spiky shell duration? Yeah, because we're trying to get that evolution as fast as possible. Get rid of these guys. Okay, there's a map. I need to care about that. Let's just work on... Nah, big cannon. Okay, there's the... Oh. It is the guy. So I'm pretty sure the white meter is temporary HP. It's gotta be, it's gotta be it, right? I don't know. Ooh, what is that? Magnet? Magnet. And that's why pickup radius is, in retrospect, not actually that good. Because there's no point in having pickup radius if you've got, let's see, there's no point in having pickup radius if magnets are common. Let's see, more on Golden Radiance. Probably. Still don't actually know if it's that good. Like, I wonder if it pairs with the Area of Effects upgrade. It might. Oh, there goes the boss. And we get better protective shielding. Alright, it's fair. Now let's go see about this shop-looking thing. Chances are I can't do anything with it, but you never know. God, that giant rocket is amazing looking. Like, absolutely absurd, but that's part of the fun. I'll have to try it again when I get the big robot. Okay, so what do we have here? Get weapon. Rather strange for a merchant to appear in the wilderness, and even more so when he tries to gift you a damaged weapon. Oh, chain lightning, air blast. Let's just do chain lightning. Let's try something new. Even if we don't get the evolution, it's probably the most helpful. All right, let's grab spike shell. So that's how we get extra stuff. We're just going to cruise. Because we want to go see what the various points of interest are. And if they're of any immediate use to us, or not. Because the weapon store gets us, obviously, a 6th weapon, which is pretty good. I don't know what the crystal does, but those are some chunk frogs. Okay, Golden Radiance, yeah. I will have to try like a proper AoE build. I wonder if the rocket is affected by that. I'd hope so. You know how incredible it would be if that thing was the size of the screen? Okay, so what are you? Get a skill. Oh. I guess I'll go for Temporal Shroud, because Poisonous Blade doesn't make any sense with any of these. Okay, then we've got one more thing here. Okay, let's do Protective Shielding. I'm hoping Protective Shielding pairs with the armor or something. But it might be one of those that if it doesn't, we'll just have to make do. What are you? Activate Altar. Altar adorned with strange runes that seem to provide blessings and offerings. However, the monster is gradually closing in on you are signs that the deity doesn't mind granting miracles to either side. Hope you'll emerge as the last person standing. Oh, mid-boss? Well, we're definitely taking some more damage here. Let's see, more protective shielding? Yeah. Looks like we might have 2 mid-bosses. Right, and I should save these dashes for when my shields are down. Okay, max up. Protective shield, yeah, just in case. Because I doubt we're getting the cannon evolution here. I mean, if we get lucky, we do. You never know. Spike. Oh, we just level it up. Unleashes Durian spikes in all directions upon taking a certain amount of damage. So I guess you can just get evolutions on a random level up. Honestly, it makes more sense. Divine Shield. Permanent rotating shields around you to block incoming projectiles, damage enemies, and knock them back. What's the combo with that one? Yeah, I thought it was the armor. It just wouldn't have made sense otherwise. Let's see, do we have anything else? Nothing for any of the other ones I have. So let's pick up Giant Cannon just in case. So some of this, at least, is incredibly familiar to Vampire Survivors. Obviously, we've got the floating books and the garlic aura. It's got charm, though. It's very consistent. Cohesive. Like, sometimes when I play these, there's this, like, weird unevenness of theming. And it just feels odd. Vampire Survivors is technically one of those, but it's easy to not care because Vampire Survivors is goofy as shit, and who cares? But some of the other, some other Bullet Heavens that I've played kind of lack that consistency, and it starts feeling kind of odd. I'd kind of put it in the same vein as, oh, what was that? What was the weird one where you were kind of the, oh, Midas Touch. Generates a golden glow around you to damage and slow down enemies, turning them into money if they're defeated. So the golden aura pairs with the money upgrade. I kind of figured. Just, I don't know, golden aura, money aura, question mark? I don't know. Fissure laser, one massive laser beam in a specified direction. Huh. We actually got way more lucky with this than I thought. So what's that one? Oh. Huh. It's not the disco lasers, it's the rocket. Sick. I was not expecting I'd be able to get the evolution for that. This is one thing I do really love about this genre, when there are item combinations and evolutions and whatnot, is that initial early stage where you're trying to figure out, like, okay, which of these combo together? You know, how do I get the optimum evolutions? I will admit, I don't like the beam that much. Or more specifically, I miss that goofy, like, giant goofy laser, and it's a bit of a shame that, the Holy Loop did not get converted into the laser. rather than the giant rocket. It'd be neat if there was almost like A or B evolutions depending on like what combos you have and some other stuff. But whatever. It's not like it matters that much. It doesn't really bug me. Both are impressive. I just really liked those rockets. Okay, another magnet ring, which is nice. And we've got a boss that we're going to have to slowly drub through. Let's start getting the money booster, considering that's going to be one of our big limiting factors. Grab this. And I'm just going to cook this guy. What are you going to do to me? Are you going to harm me? Are you even going to try? Ow. Okay, that actually does hurt. But I did cook him. Let's grab it all. Alright. Nice pickup range. More coin bonus. Okay, we want to... Well, obviously we want to get the coin bonus before we hit max level. But we want to get that coin bonus kind of ASAP. Now that we've guaranteed our baseline damage, there's nothing else in the map. Just a couple of potions. Good. Don't get me wrong. I just don't need them right now. Let's see. What was I going to say? I don't know. I mean, we're just kind of in a nice, convenient position. Nothing really threatens us. We're reasonably strong. And unlike the last run where I was getting mobbed by these guys and I was kind of terrified by it, this time around I'm just slapping them around like it's nothing. The rotating shields are actually absurdly good. Let's see. You know what? I should probably actually start maxing out the chain lightning just in case we somehow secretly have the evolution for it. I don't think so, though. Because we know what pairs with the ring. And I'm pretty sure the sword pairs with something else. I think we might even know? No, we don't. It could. Seems wildly unlikely to me, but hey, I don't make the rules. I almost kind of wish there were further evolutions for weapons. Like if that big laser, you could get it to move just a little bit, just a slow sweep. Or if you could get two of those. I do wonder if some of these are actually like obscenely powerful on different characters. Like the robot we were playing earlier, which gives extra count. Is that only to your regular attacks, or does that apply to other weapons as well? I'd certainly hope other weapons, but I could see that being, like, insanely busted. Okay, keep going, chain lightning? Yeah. What level are we up to? 47, that's pretty good. I think there were achievements associated with, like, getting up to level 50. And we're getting that with ease. I think the one thing is it does kind of have that, how would I describe it? That Vampire Survivor's feeling of, like, slight disconnection from what I'm doing. I'm strong enough that nothing really threatens me, so I'm kind of in this state of being slightly detached. I don't necessarily hate that feeling, but like whenever I play Vampire Survivors nowadays, unless I have something to do, some like objectives or locations to explore or a boss to deal with, I usually just kind of clobber through things and just say, well, you know, this is slightly boring. It's not bad. It's just, I don't know, harder to be immediately engaged compared to, say, like Death Must Die, which really doesn't give you a whole lot of room to breathe unless you're on like one of the most absurd runs ever. I think part of it is Death Must Die and like 20 Minutes Till Dawn and Brotato especially, like the enemies can't just be plowed through unless you're overwhelmingly powerful. Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, another good example. That one doesn't have the most interesting of enemies. Most of them just kind of follow you around. But at no point can you just do this where you're just wading through groups of enemies uncaringly. Like, I love the power fantasy of being able to mow through hordes and hordes of foes, but I think the magic is kind of lost, and now that I've been doing this for 2 years. And so I actually really like the ones where the enemies can't just be clobbered to this extent, because it makes me feel much more connected to what I'm doing and engaged. Like, I do appreciate that the bosses have attack patterns, but they do kind of suffer from walk towards you and die. I don't want to call it an itis, because I don't know. Oh, free bomb. I know we're going to be getting free coins. That's going to take it's probably a while to clobber through the boss. Unfortunately, I think I do most of my damage by touching enemies, and I'm not really able to touch them in my current state. Most enemies just get slapped back or die, which I guess is fine. Do we have another? We have another boss? Huh. Because, yeah, the final boss shows up at minute 15. There you are. Yeah, I guess I should actually just, like, bonk into this guy. Oh, it's a treasure goblin. You cannot escape me. You may try. Oh, we just killed the shit out of him. Alright, gain a small amount of coins. What is this over here? Ah, Frosty Bomb. Hey, in one way or another, this gets me boatloads of meta progression. And yeah, we're able to just, like, really clunk up. We're able to really get our hands on quite a fair bit of shielding here, which makes this character extremely hard to deal with. Slow and not all that powerful compared to, say, like, Big Blastus last time, but it's good enough. I'll have to try the Ninja Dog after this, just for the sake of giving myself a little bit more to do. I do wish I could see the retaliation damage. Unless we're not doing retaliation damage because it only triggers... No, we're doing 68 damage a tick. Ow. Okay, that hurts a bit. Guess I'm gonna hang back a little bit. When my durian shell's up, that's when we go in for the hugs. But without it, I start taking a lot of damage. There it is. I'm glad we got that little bit of extra a little bit of extra movement speed as well. That is making a fairly decent it's making a dent. Or at least preventing me from taking dents. I got jumpy. Excuse me, sir. Do you have anything else? Ow. It feels like my durian shell ain't lasting nearly as long, though. But that might just be a me thing. Not sure. Ow. A boss does a hell of a lot of contact damage if I let him. Is he dead? Yep, there he goes. Alright. Hey, coins obtained. S. Beside. Alright, read a hero's background, understand their individual experiences, relive the adventures they once had. Gain something uniquely worthwhile. We get Spike back, Divine Shield, yeah. Oh, War Drum, so that's a new one. Booster Stone, AoE range and projectile range. So, oh, we also have new character, Augustine. And the big money. Alright, let's claim all these, that's a bunch extra. Alright, so who do we want to play as? Sword Boy, who's got Dawnblade. Lilia, so what'd she have? Strikes the targeted area. Swings the sword in that direction, or let's do Inukage. So we can also see lore. Oh. Clear cursed land as Inukage and defeat 100 golems. Alright. I guess the first question is, I just want to go back to this for a hot second. Complete the lore requirements. Got it. Alright, yeah, let's do Ninja Dog. Let's see. Attack damage, dash distance. Okay, coin bonus, max HP, extra dashes. I should probably snag this. Modifies Kunai and Fuma Shuriken, decreasing their flight distance as they stay still for 3 seconds, on covering its effective range before going back to Inukage. Sure. I'll just grab everything. Okay, so we probably want to go for a little bit more of a projectile crit build. And Cursed Land, which is what he needs. So play this chapter to make progress in lore. This actually is a fairly well-thought bullet heaven. There's a fair bit to do in it. Ooh, and more locations too. So I think we want to max out our setup before we do anything else. So do we want to do chain lightning? Projectile targeted? Sure. Let's see. Chain lightning. Yeah, I don't think we figured out what pairs with chain lightning yet, but we'll get there. We haven't with the holy loop either, but I think I'll leave that for later. I don't hate doing this if we want to go for the projectiles. I'll go for the fireballs. We know we might as well go for at least a handful of predictable ones. I haven't found a whole lot of things that give me specifically like projectile only benefits. Oh, boomerang dagger. Oh, and the bottled lightning, of course. That's the combo with the chain lightning. How could I have missed that? Oh, right, I forgot. We also do bonus damage. Let's see, do we want to do air blast? Not yet. I think I'll wait on a couple of these. Yeah, so when we dash, we do... Oh, boy. Let's see. Bottled lightning, magical stopwatch. No. Let's keep going for this crit. We do also have the longsword, which doesn't pair with the air blast, surprisingly enough. So there's got to be something else. But we might also want to grab that projectile range, maybe. So Lifeblood pairs with the sword swing. I'll go for boomerang dagger. Let's see what I can do with it. Unfortunately, this character's movement speed isn't really doing him a whole lot of favors right now. I guess part of it is because I'm not dodging particularly well. Okay, might as well grab Fireball, because we know we have the evolution for it. Let's see. I'm usually not keen on evolutions in these games, but I think this is mostly working. I think it's one of those where it's like, it's kind of pleasantly traditional. Damage interval. Still don't know if alchemy powder is good for what I'm doing. Let's check. Because I haven't picked it yet. We don't know what that is. We don't know what those are. That seems to maybe be some kind of defensive thing. Oh, and the hammer takes that. Okay. Maybe we do grab the alchemy powder. It's one of the only ones that we haven't specifically toyed with. And so it seems like it might be the one, it might be at least halfway useful here. I guess it is reasonably easy to not get surrounded. You just have to be fast. Ningu. Yes. I was afraid that wasn't going to show up. Okay. We haven't done the longsword yet. Okay. So we've got the pair for that. We probably have the pair for that. I guess we grab the longsword because it might pair with the dagger. And also, more flat damage is probably a good idea to pair with my crit. Okay. I don't like any of these. I'm gonna just banish protective shield. We really need more of those, though. Okay. We do also have the poisonous blade. I'll snag the poisonous blade. One of these has got a pair with my weapons. Plus, we have one more chance. Because I don't think damage interval is what I'm looking for. Let's grab the air blast. Oh, at this point, let's see. Chain lightning, more bounces. Yeah, let's go for that. So I'm actually pretty close to a potion. But I think I might try and cook the boss before we go. Okay, yeah, more lightning. Because I want to see if I can get it to evolve. Okay, leave that for a second. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of that pig. Okay, chain lightning is maxed. Let's see, more Ningu. I don't think any of these matter. Okay, Thunderstrike. So, I was right. So my lightning in a or the lightning in the bottle is, of course, the proper pair for chain lightning. I do really appreciate that I can just press Q and be like, oh, that's the combo. Well, I guess since we don't need this for evolutions, what? Did I not collect that last time? I must not have. Weird. Dang. Chain lightning got silly. Grab that, but we should probably start cruising. And find our way up here. There it is. Boomerang dagger, max that out. Temporary buffs. Hidden interdimensional gardeners. Twinkling fairies. Flitting among the flower beds. When you pluck a flower, you realize a magical force has been channeled into you. Oh. Temp weapon, boomerang dagger. Oh, get level 5 boomerang dagger. Lasts for a little while. Let's just go for the extra damage. Okay, where am I going? Over here. Let's see. Max out the shuriken? Yeah. It's over here. I forget when this one does. Oh, right. This is the one that gives an extra boss fight. It's got the Skeleman. I kind of wish some of these actually had unique... Holy shit. He did not live. Fuma Shuriken. Several giant shurikens. Reduce flight distance. Will stay active for 3 seconds. Oh, that's what it do. They actually stick at a fixed range from me. That's interesting. I actually kind of like that. I don't know if it necessarily, like, really vibes with what I'm trying to do with this guy's build, but I ain't complaining. I do wonder if you can kill that pig. Okay. Boy, we can clear some distance, too. Alright, get a weapon. So what do we want? Holy Loop. None of these are great for me. I'm gonna grab Holy Loop just in case one of the ones that I already, one of the perks I have pairs with it. I guess it'd really only just be that one, but it's worth a shot. Oh, damage over time AoE. Yeah, so it probably doesn't. So let's get the Air Blast up. Because that might... No, that doesn't pair with the Longsword. But it might pair with the Poisonous Blade? Hard to say. Let's see. And yeah, get the Fireball up as well. I guess do we just head upwards to this crystal? Oh. First we kill the boss. I'll have to see if I actually do dash damage to them. Okay, where are you at? Let's see. Dash distance higher? No. Go for the Poisonous Blade. Get our crit damage up. I don't think I really need crit damage. Who is fight? Oh, it's that guy. I'm still not sure if that actually does damage. Boomerang dagger? Yeah. Ow. Not quite sure what hit me there with the fireball. Well, we are ripping through them pretty quick. So chain fireball, so we now fire fireballs at everything. Crit chance up. Crit damage up. Let's see. Air blast. That fireball's pretty good. Pretty good with this combo. And yeah, keep going for the bottle lightning. Seeing as we do a lot of crit damage, we should probably lean into that harder. Okay, where are we at? Still over to the right. And yeah, we're getting a decent amount of experience. Actually, we're doing great. I'm just going to keep running around. I think the only real problem I am having with this game, and it's kind of a small problem, I don't like the music. It needs to be a little bit more like jamming. But right now it feels like I'm just kind of... I don't know. It's putting me into a zen move. Or a zen mood. Let's go for the alchemy powder, just in case it gets me the evolution I'm looking for. It's possible. Swift dagger. Alright, there we go. Multiple permanent flying daggers will rebound upon contact with the edge of the screen. Oh boy. So now we got rune tracers. Unfortunately, there's kind of that like lingering like, oh, it's that weapon from Vampire Survivors. I don't necessarily hate that kind of system, but it is one of those where it does just kind of feel like Vampire Survivors, but 3D, with slightly more interesting character variants. I think there is originality to be had here, but I actually wish there was another layer of evolutions. I think that's probably what this needs the most. Something more to look forward to. 'Cause one thing I didn't really like too much about Vampire Survivors is, like, after you reach max level, it's just like, do you want health? Or money? And it's just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. But it's very difficult for me to feel, like, super excited about that kind of thing. Whereas if it's, you know, like, there's no way you can max out your build. But there's all sorts of cool things to pursue later on. That always feels really good to me. I know it's so much more work to stack in extra evolutions and whatnot, but man, I don't know, it'd feel good to me. I think maybe part of the reason why I'm bringing this up is because one consistent problem I have with a lot of bullet heavens, Vampire Survivors, clones, auto shooters, horde survival games, like whatever you want to call them. so few of them can escape the gravity of vampire survivors. That they are just vampire survivors again, but slightly different in some way. Multi-air blast. Compresses the surrounding air to unleash several air blasts. Oh boy, those are big. Yep, so that pairs with the poisonous blade, which we might as well max out for even bigger damage. Start working on the holy loot because I bet that works with the alchemist powder. Can I kill that thing? It does take damage. So it might be possible to kill it. But, you know, honestly, the big wild one for me on this, no, it probably would be a bad idea. I think really just one of the big things to do that even Vampire Survivors does is to have like a explorable world that means something. I'm thinking like specifically if you've seen me play Ravens, if you've seen me play Raven's Watch, or if you've played it yourself or you know what the game looks like. That game has a somewhat substantial map, Holy Bombard, cleansing pillars on randomly selected points that explode after a while. Neat. Raven's Watch actually has a map that's worth exploring. It can be a little repetitive, don't get me wrong, but it is still a map that is worth, you know, wandering around and seeing the sights on. And there's tons of points of interest all over the place that are worth stopping at. And so it's one of those where it feels like Bullet Heavens suffer a little bit from big empty field syndrome, and there's not very few of them actually do anything about that. Let's see. Easiest example I can think of is like Brotato just puts you in a tiny little field that you can make bigger. Nova Drift, well, it's not technically a Bullet Heaven, it's more of a Bullet Purgatory. Oh, right. I gotta do a thing about that. I heard something make like a ba-ding noise. Oh, well, there's a ring back over here. I might as well go snag that. I guess I could wait. No, there's no point in it. Go for the extra damage, max that out. Keep pushing the extra damage. Yeah, because that's all damage. And I might as well. What other ones? Why can I not brain right? Death Must Die. The thing that does well is, even though it's big empty field syndrome to the max, it has just shrines everywhere, randomly generated, and you are constantly searching for them. You know, in this game, it gives you a couple of power-ups and like a temporary buff, and that's it. I wish, like, once you clear those out, the map was like, and just gave you a bunch of like little shrines all over the place. It gave small stat buffs that you could go hunt for. And it's one of those where your goal is to not only get your build to be as maxed out as you possibly can get, your goal is to then also find as many of these shrines as possible, because otherwise you will not scale hard enough to deal with the final boss. Or, you know, even the enemies in between. Okay, I see you treasure got. He instantly died. Well, that was easy. I think this run is nonsense. Alright, so we've now maxed out Alchemy Powder, and Ningu's almost there. Boy, that dash distance is stupid. Yeah, the last run was invincible, but very low damage. This run is maximum damage, very fragile. Yeah, every once in a while something goes ba-ding when I kill it. I don't know why. I think I'm gonna hang out here specifically in hopes of generating a couple of health potions in the area, but I do get the distinct feeling I'm probably gonna melt the boss. Probably. No guarantees on that one, but I think my damage is very high. I think I'm going to have to go back. So, I haven't actually edited this because it's been kind of like a living blog post where I just keep adding more and more to it. I think I might even turn it into a video at some point. But the ideas of, like, how do you make a compelling bullet heaven? Because at this point, almost every idea has been done to death. And so you have to find, like, new ways of mixing things in. So recently there was pesticide not required, which mixes some level of Stardew Valley, which I actually think is really cool. You have Death Must Die, which mixes in a Diablo-style equipment system and a Hades-style character boon system, or god boon system, both of which feel very, very good because, well, those are just like kind of tried and true ideas and have a lot of fun scaling potential. I'm trying to think of other good examples. I'd say Brotato broke some new ground. 20 Minutes Till Dawn borrowed heavily from Nova Drift in a very, very good way. There's his boss. There you are. That is a lot of enemies starting to show up now. And is dead. Get a small amount of coins. Coins, 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 coins. Not as much money as the last run, though. Yeah, that coin upgrade is very worthwhile. But, whatever, it's fine. But the more of these games that come out, they're fun, don't get me wrong, but there is, like I said, that constant feeling of, I've played this game before. You know, this is no different from half of the other bullet heavens I've played in the past. And while that's, you know, there's kind of comfort and familiarity, it is one of those where it starts kind of becoming WoW killer syndrome, if that makes sense. That everybody wants to make one of these games because they see that Vampire Survivors is still pulling in big bucks, and like that's worth it for a lot of developers, you know. I think the Fireball is MVP here. I could be wrong, but it's like, it's singularly just ripping into this guy. Ow. It's just ripping into this dude. Okay, so we have to stay away from that. He's done doing a slam. Oh, there's a boulder. It's really hard to see those boulders. And he's dead. Grabbing the money. I guess it wasn't that bad, but yeah, that other run was a little bit more effective. Abza. Nice. And yeah, we got a lot of achievements. So we got Thunderstrike, Fuma's Shuriken, Swift Dagger, Multi-Air Blast, Holy Bombard, Ratchet Disc, flying discs that revolve around you as they fly outward before returning to you, Explosive Trap, and more money. Oh wait, no, that's the money we had. And then we've got these, which is actually pretty generous. So we did make a decent amount of money from that one. So if we go back to his talent tree, what? Oh, I think I just have to collect. There we go. So his next one is 10 events is Inukage, clear level snowstorm survivors, and we've already got the other one. Let's take a look at his talent tree. How far can we go down? Oh, barely. Or no, we just have to see some of these. They are expensive. Oh, and there was weapon mods. Oh, that's also a weapon mod. Wait, do we get both of them active at once? I have no idea. Let's find out. And then I'll probably just reset this character. I will probably reset every character as I move to play different ones. So what were these? So extra experience, reduce cooldown, even more damage, and I don't have enough money for it. Never mind. Well, that's fine. So the other thing I gotta check is if lore. Okay, so we cannot. So we have to come back and redo each of these levels as each of these different characters. Oh, but we did actually get this one. 30 bottles of elixir as Dory Dory, so probably the healing potion. So actually pretty close to maxing them out. Let's see. And that means we get some talents. Let's just give it an ogle. Because as good as Inukage is, I'm so glad I can actually take that off. Eventually I'll have enough money for everything, but I just want to see what this guy has to offer. And currently we have just enough money to max out every a character. Increases Doridori's movement speed equal to 2 times defense. Ooh, that is good. More regen, damage reflection per minute. Oh. That's pretty good. And Durian spikes in all directions for every 500 yards move. Ooh. Then there's the whole node. Oh. How did I miss those? Node completion. Inactive. Reroll. Oh, so if we max this out entirely, we might get the bonus. Okay. So I gotta check. Is this active? Hard to say. Because that's a weapon mod for the shell. Durian spikes. I don't know. Here, I'm just gonna dive in for a hot second. First land's done, so it's Goblin's End is the last one. Oh, it's only 10 minutes long. We're not gonna do it. This run's gone on long enough. I just mostly want to see. Yes. Okay, so all weapon mods are immediately active. I do like that. It makes the characters feel much more distinct from each other. And like, I think this actually has a ton of potential. I think its biggest issue, well, who knows? It might not actually be the case. I think its biggest potential downside that I could see for this game is mostly just whether or not it has enough content to keep you playing for longer. Maybe when you reach other regions, you get extra talent trees, but well, hard to say. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, because it seems like they've got 3 regions available, but you get through your talent tree quick. And so either it's one of those where it gets just like harder and harder, but adds more talent trees, or who knows. Anyway, with all of that said, I think this is a very good stopping point, but I should make note that Twilight Survivors is available on Steam now, and it is dirt cheap. I'll have to try some of these. It feels like the Booster Stone, like you could get some big AoEs in here. So I will probably come back to this at a later date, once it's gotten a couple more updates, because I think it's still very much in early access. I am leveling like crazy on this level. Oh, because it's very short. Go figure. Doesn't really matter too much to me. What was I going to say? Do we want to grab Lifeblood? I mean, it's good for the HP and multiplier. But we know what it's paired with. Let's grab the Ratchet Disc. Ooh, those are fun. There's a lot of things that actually I think would be pretty solid on this character. I guess I'll pick up Lifeblood. It's not like I'm finishing this run anyway. What was I going to say? I don't know. Words and things. Right, I should kind of care? No, I shouldn't. I don't care. But yeah, it's $3 on Steam if you want to pick it up. It's fairly solid. It is definitely going to have that kind of been there, done that feel. If you've played like any amount of Vampire Survivors before, but on the flip side, I don't know. It has just enough that makes it feel fresh enough and interesting enough that I wouldn't mind doing another run or 3 of it, at least for a while until I've maxed some more things out, tried every character out, so on and so forth. And who knows, maybe there's even more that's worth checking out. Yeah, the one problem is, if you don't get lucky, you get a bunch of stuff that doesn't combo together. So currently we actually have a number of things that don't pair. The bigger this pool gets, the more likely you are to not get what you want, and I think that's going to be a problem. But for now at least, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.